Hi everyone, and welcome to the weekly woo. So how is this full moon feeling for you guys? I'm shooting this on Saturday, so technically you guys will probably be receiving this Sunday, which would be right after the full moon. And you know, full moon portals, it's usually 3 days before and 3 days after. I have to say, I think this is a really beautiful full moon, but it is a truth teller. And I think the most important aspect of that part of this moon is really being honest with yourself. I discovered that this one situation I thought was about this one thing. And I realized with the help of these energies, this new moon, or this full moon, that it was actually me projecting upon that thing, because the real issue was something different, although related. I hope that makes sense. So this is a moon where just be prepared for that, because we also have Uranus is very active this week. We have a Mercury-Uranus conjunction this week, which means just, aha moments, shocking, but, that doesn't always mean bad. If you're searching for an answer for something, I really feel like this is a week where you're going to find it, or at least the path will be laid for you to find it if you choose to follow that path. Okay, so if you're new, welcome, good boosters. Each week I do a little divination. I pull a mineral ally, a plant ally, and an animal ally, and then generally I do an extended for patrons on my Patreon page, and there's a few different ways you can pay to be involved there, but it gets more in depth and more personal, and we're forging a really cool community over there. So I invite you guys all over there if after you watch this video you want more. Okay. Tiger Iron. Ooh. So what's great about this deck that I've been working with, Masters, Mystics, and Saints, is we get a mineral ally, but we also get some questions to ponder, and we get a mystic or a saint or a master. Tiger Iron. It looks a lot like tiger's eye. I think it's different though. Let's listen to these questions. Are you drawn to standing up for yourself and your own personal truth? What did I talk about at the beginning, right? This is a week of truth telling, and your personal truth is most important, but how are you going to be strong in that and standing up for that if you're confused as to what that is, right? Are you a champion for yourself and others? Follow the guidance in your dreams, visions, and messages from the archangels, especially Archangel Michael. Position yourself to do what needs to be done in order to set boundaries and create well-being for yourself and others. This full moon is on a position in the sky called the Great Attractor, which is about, there's a belief that it's where all sort of this higher consciousness energy is coming from. I encourage you, if you don't know what this part of the cosmos is, to look it up. We are getting some, if we're open to it, some really incredible downloads in our dreams and daydreams. And also this idea that everything around us is speaking, is Great Spirit speaking to us. So any sort of messages, in songs, in books, through friends, billboards, just if you're open and you ask, show me signs, lead me on the path to my highest purpose and my personal truth, you're gonna get those signs. Now, a lot of you, if you're watching this, you know I work with angels, and you probably do as well, especially if you're a client. So this is a week we're calling on Archangel Michael. Is going to be important. And Archangel Michael, it's like the right hand arm of Creator, that archetype of warrior angel who, stands up to the darkness, the negativity, the demons, and also fills us with a sense of courage and bravery. I'm going to go back to this. I really feel like this courage and bravery is about looking at ourselves and being honest with ourselves, and no longer lying to ourselves about what we really want, how we really feel about past mistakes, maybe past disappointments, and really getting to a place where we're prepared to stand up for what we want. And that starts within, you know. Position yourself to do what needs to be done in order to set boundaries and create well-being for yourself and others. And I do think the setting boundaries is very important because we have so much Neptune activated in this full moon. Boundaries with yourself, right? Moderation in everything. Because you don't want to swing to one side or the other of, you know, completely denying yourself and then, you know, going overboard. There is a sweet spot where we're experiencing life, enjoying life, but we're also rooted in our spiritual work and our spiritual practice. Okay, Saint Joan of Arc is our mystic for this week, and I couldn't be happier about this. I just read a book where I'll share on Patreon the extended about Joan of Arc being like a descendant of Jesus and Mary Magdalene and like this whole thing that I read, and I'll suggest the book. But for right now, I am grounded and focused. I have plenty of energy and time to accomplish what I need and want to get done. I'm confident in my abilities. My strength shines through in all I do. I stand in my truth and maintain my ground. So, I think the one that is really most important, I stand in my truth and I maintain my ground. Truth always comes out, and truth inevitably, you know, it's always going to be the victor in any situation. So let's stand on that this week, and let's look at our plant ally. My strength shines through in all I do. And how can we be displaying great personal spiritual strength, right, if we're lying to ourselves? Just ask that if there are places where you're projecting feelings onto something else and not actually what is happening, that you be shown that, because there's all this energy that gets freed up. That's what I'm experiencing this week. Okay, what is our plant ally? Wow, purpose, poinsettia. Usually a Christmas flower, but this is interesting because this full moon is in Sagittarius, and we'll be having a new moon, right, in December that will be basically the realizations, the truth telling that you are capable of bringing to your life right now. We're really going to see opportunities come in the winter where we can really act on that, where we're seeing an emotional, I sense it's seeing it like we're filling up our tanks so that these truths that are floating to the surface, come the winter, we're really going to be able to make moves on them. Not that we won't over this summer, but this summer, you know, because we have Venus going into retrograde end of July for 40 days and 40 nights, that's a time to really go within and not start new relationships, new business deals, new creative projects. It's about really asking yourself, how much do you love yourself? How is that being reflected in your outside world? And how can you increase that self-love so that you're seeing it more coming in from other people, your finances, your career, purpose. I'm confident in my abilities. My strength shines through in all I do. I stand in my truth and maintain my ground. You know, and I said earlier, you know, asking Archangel Michael, like, give me the courage and the bravery to seek my true purpose, to seek my highest vibrational path. Help me remove the obstacles, the lies, the illusions that are blocking me from connecting to that higher purpose. So this week, it's like this full moon really illuminates where we're blocking our true purpose. All right. What is our animal ally for the week? For those watching this video, what is the animal ally? Great. Dragonfly, magic. I embrace my transformation. I courageously let go of the past. Now, this is interesting because what I was talking about was, you know, having a situation where I'm thinking it's about one thing that's happened in my past, And when I actually got down and really looked at the emotional patterns, I realized, oh, this is actually about something else that I need to heal. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. Now, Dragonfly is a symbol of illusion, and we have all of this Neptune influence. So we want to be on the high vibe of Neptune with this while we're in this full moon portal and going into this week. High vibe is praying, right? And we got the Archangel Michael, praying for clarity, praying for protection, praying for inspiration and intuition to be clear, and really asking yourself, what is it that I want, right? What are my personal desires, and what am I holding on to regarding the past that is stopping me from understanding that I have the brilliance and the blessings that I need to create what it is I truly desire. So I feel like this week we're really being challenged. Like, do you know that you're a magical creature? And are you willing to walk the fiery path of transformation to continue to reveal your strength to yourself? And always with this, with any sort of Neptune energy, we have all this Uranus energy, this idea of grounding. We still have the North Node in Taurus. It was just conjunct Jupiter. We're still in a pathway where we're going to be meeting people that are going to be long-term relationships and situations that are bringing us closer to our true purpose and our path. So you guys, I feel like this is a very powerful week ahead of us. If you're open to it, if you are open to change, and if you're open to transformation, which is not always pretty, right? The caterpillar turns to like goo before it turns into a butterfly, and that happens to the larva of dragonfly too on like another level. So we're being asked to really step into some courage, to not have to know what it's going to look like on the other side, but to at least be truthful and honest about what it is we really want. And once we can do that, that's our personal truth, and everything will unfold, right? The how will unfold. Your job is to know what it is you want, and then the universe can support that, because you are magic. We all are. We're made of stardust. How can we not be? All right, so if you guys want more, head over to Patreon this week for an extended where we'll get deeper into some of these brilliant ideas that were just given to us. And I hope you all have a wonderful week. And one more thing, I'm going to be going on vacation, so these videos may or may not be showing up. I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but I will open up for private sessions again in July. So thank you all so much for your support. Bye.